Hey everyone. I think MATIAS DESTEFANO is a dumb C. And I know that may sound abrupt. I don't care. I do not care one bit. Every single one of us are different. We've had our own journeys through time, space, realities, completely different. And so now we're here in this amazing space called planet Earth. And there is no effing way that who I am and have become wants to wake up each day to this derelict of a spiritual I am leader that wants to still keep hassling a woman in the invisible. Gross C. Don't let him use the phone light on my eyes because he glazes across and makes them blurry whilst he hangs out absorbing as though nothing's happening. I'm just getting my way and I don't really care how you feel. And that's what an invisible presence does. Tries to absorb your energy, tries to get in as though the essence of it is you want to do this, you want to do this, you want this. And I'm watching everything. I'm watching everything. And it's like, you just want to punch him out. Because it's like, you're a human. You are born on this planet to only be. And for 3 years, you've been hiding out like a dickhead disempowerment. I don't know if I can do that. I'll manifest it from the dark. Doesn't work if you're giving all your attention to where the human is. And you have to. But see, that's the dickhead thing. You can't quite possibly. You're always in two freaking minds, so you're not healthy and present. And that's what irritates me. Because as unique beings, I am not having a rider. Like, I see what you're doing, I like what you're doing, and could you lay down and do something with me too? And like, it's on all different intensities. Like, I want it. And fucking annoying and clinging and irritating and antagonist and just bullshit, crap artistry. In the invisible. Oh, just that one thinks, I'll be an invisible presence in your life. In my moment-to-moment life. I just want to slap in the forehead. Listen up. Grab by the collar. You're a human. Be one. In one place. And this idiot attaches to liquid, moves stuff around, and when things knock, it's because he's trying to use electricity to bounce off and jump onto someone's electricity. thank you for listening if you've lasted this far. But I am getting to the real point of this. Guides, can we please clear out the cold trying to establish at the center of my being? I really don't care, Matias. I don't effing care. Like he's trying to say, oh, cold and let me attach, you know, blah, blah, blah. No. Okay, so the point of this is speed it up as a human. I have no fucking respect for this invisible shit. Now, the point is why I have no respect for this invisible shit, for the length of time, for how much he's wanted to get in and control and live in someone else's life in 2 fucking places. Tripping around the world, doing whatever. And also trying to micromanage my existence. Now, no one wants that. And so, to explain the energy of my soul, it is to say, none of this is me. If you don't resonate with something, if it's complete and utter disempowerment, and I didn't know how long this bloke would just keep going on with disempowered feelings that they would build into this kind of crap. I'm still trying to hide out and attach. Oh. Fuck. Do you not see that this is the actual state of the world? And this guy absorbs all the weak shit. He feels weak, so he absorbs it. And when someone feels weak, what do? They hide themselves. And we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing it at any little level. Like trying to micromanage, keeping ourselves hidden or small for anything on the outside. So I'm going to look into that as time goes on in my meditative space and connecting with the all highest light guides. For any reason of speeding up the process of understanding, like getting into it to bring out who we really are. But it's got a lot to do with mental concepts. So anyway, as a soul, I am realizing more and more. When you realize, you're kind of remembering forward and you know that this has always been a part of you and it just feels natural for it to open. So the 5D reality is not some mystical faraway land. It is always been present, but the way we've been operating and hiding ourselves doesn't match it. Which is why what MATIAS is doing, insanely, to me, it just is just insane. That one actually puts all of what they want into an invisible process and calls it, this is how I'll manifest. You don't do that in life. You're not here forever. Okay? So my soul is like this heart-opening space. I suppose, okay. I've walked this earth many times in soul-crushing ways. And every time, because of the power connection of the heart, are opened. So, in this journey, even in the midst of utter crap, when someone's trying to micromanage invisibly, and I'm talking about He don't want to detach, and that's the issue. He don't want to detach and be his own heart-powered source, because for whatever reason, he's decided through life's journey, he'll keep himself in the dark and just carry on with what the outside wants. Whereas I am of light assistance in this reuniting, because as you go through things in this life and you do the work, so you go in the dark and you're asking, like, you surrender and you're asking, you're naturally asking what's going on. You're gonna get answers of light. Okay? And life on the outside is gonna be like not matching sometimes at all. And that's when you know you got to follow the internal light. So because I can, not naturally, it's like not like that all the time, it hasn't been that, but when you do that and you realize it opens you up, you become that. You just keep becoming more of who you are. So I've always got myself back up, and make sure we all look at ourselves and our lives and how many times we've got ourselves back up. Sometimes we had someone, sometimes we didn't. Sometimes it was just things we told ourselves. Sometimes it was something someone else did for us to open us up. Sometimes we walk such sluggish routes in life where we got like a dampness feeling around the heart, like, oh, everything's just, of this imbalance. I don't know where to begin kind of thing, because you have to clear a path from within, without, of self-empowerment. But if you concentrate so much on where you are or where you've been or not knowing what's happening next, then you just feel like, not clarity, it's just like damp kind of energy, like a damp day of rain, and I don't know, you're walking through misty fog or something and you're wondering when it's going to end, and you're like, oh, this doesn't look real bright. Where is there going to be a clearing? If you don't self-empower, which means utilize your own resources. It's not external, you. So if you need to fall into you in any way whatsoever, any emotions come up, any deep, dark choices you have to make, meaning the world's not going to like if I have to rearrange some things. But I have to focus on the light of my being. Okay? If it feels damp and you don't know where you're going in the mystical clouds of life, you have to self-empower yourself in that, and you will find, the light way. And that's what annoys me, when someone talks the talk, but when he's given the guidance, go there. He's followed it in many ways, but when it says go to her, he decides he's going to stay in the damp, whingy dark of life. And Teresa is like Mama Bear, and she'll lead me there, and this is the way she'll lead me there. No, not when you're dragging your feet, not when you're not honest to yourself, honest to the world, meaning anyone around you, and not honest to putting your feet on the ground where you know they should walk. Because all of that honesty is empowering. Disempowering is, I don't know, you do it. How come? Why is it like this? What do I do? It's just like damp energy. You know, it's got that whingy tone to it. I can't see. Where's the end? Why can't I have? Just quit it. It's like, stop, breathe in, breathe out. You got all you need with your legs. Your chest is going to tell you where to go. Shut everything else down. Now, I'm not kidding. That's empowerment. Like, that's all you need. You know, so stop fucking lying. Because in your lying is the biggest, crappiest fucking life whinge I've ever experienced. I have not experienced coming across a being that just avoids taking a fucking step. Because he wants to juggle all the air. He'll make shit up not to take the step. I can't live like that. I'm just going to micromanage. I'm just going to whinge. I'm just going to be attachments all the freaking time invisibly. And all I have to say is, get the fuck up. You know where to go, so shut the fuck up and go. And this is true empowerment. Unfortunately, it has to come out in this directive, but true empowerment is, this is who you cannot change. You cannot change what is. You've got to shut the hell up and go. This is the biggest excuse making a human could do. And this is another part of the weakness of hiding ourselves. We'll fucking make excuses. And let me tell you what they are. They will be directed at you saying, oh, someone else wouldn't like that. Oh, someone else wouldn't like that. Someone else wouldn't like that. Someone else wouldn't want me to do that. And this is not just words and I'm finished in a second. This is actually life streamed, considered energy. So someone else out there says who I am and how I live. And that's kind of like a norm. So I don't know, but I will find out more and more ways of expressing frequencies that just go zzz, 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 right through that crap. Because it's the most apathetic life to say who you are is dependent on them. Your energy for yourself is apathetic, meaning you're probably the kind of person that won't get up and go somewhere easily, following your inspiration and like a impulse to go and do something. Like the energy up your center of your being is just like free. I want to do that. And you just, like a child, you'll do it. And you're not hurting anyone. You don't have to think a whole year's plan to do something. You just decide you want to do it. You embody who you are. You just take yourself and you are it. So when someone lies to themselves at their gut, like MATIAS, and says, my life is dependent on this damp rain cloud, and this damp rain cloud says, I have to please them. I have to go there. I have to just be that. So he thinks that disempowered rain cloud is going to become Teresa, and she's going to work with that. When it's, you need to stand up out of that rain cloud, moving on, when guided, to do stuff. When anyone feels an inspired thought, notion, want to move on, who's going to do it? You don't stop and say, I've got this rain cloud. You dissolve it. You shut the hell down out of it, and you just shut the hell up and you follow the guidance. So let me just summarize, because I don't want to go on, and I don't know if anyone wants to listen, but there is divine, we are divine. There is divine, guided, sacred path. And when something so big happens in your life, you've got to shut the hell up. As the human with all the human chatter, and this is who I am. You gotta shut it up. Seriously, because this is what I'm dealing with. Air, rain cloud, like men. I'm trying to manifest getting there. Well, don't do it like that. This is how you do it. Dry out the fucking rain cloud, get out in the fucking sunshine, and show up. Quit the drama, Hollywood. Quit the story, Hollywood. Show up, because apart from the rain cloud, right? When you show up in the sunshine, but this, I don't even want to explain it, because I'm tired of this part. The divine is so miraculously overseeing our path. And when someone gets something so easy, and MATIAS DESTEFANO is a spiritual teacher, he does not shut down his human crap and go, now, normally on my path, if I follow this one step, everything opens up. But because this has to do with his relationship, his life, not his outward show for people, he doesn't think to himself, when I get out of who I've been, follow the guidance to go to that person. He doesn't put two and two together. That I open up who the fuck I am there in human action. This guy is planning, and this is what he calls manifestation. And he does it all over a touching and wanting sex. Invisibly. No one wants it invisibly, Dick Forehead. So you are disempowered head to toe. And you think attaching to me is going to get you here. He actually does believe that. That's all he fucking believes. So he's not a spiritual teacher. He is not a fucking teacher as far as I'm concerned. When he called himself a thought leader and influenced various people calling him a thought leader, I thought to myself, They have no fucking idea. None whatsoever. Because when you say thought to MATIAS DESTEFANO, he thinks I am human thoughts, right? Just lower vibrational, I should have blah, blah, blah. But divine direction is not going to appear like logically, or it's not going to accept rationality. It's not going to rationalize with you. It's not going to say, I see you act like this because of that. Okay, let's change our plan now to suit that you can carry on like a twat. Divine guidance is going to say, all right, mate, enough of that. Here's your guidance. There you go. Yes, you've been a human in that. Now, here's your guidance. There you go. But hang on. How do I make what I've been and what I'm carrying and make it all? You don't. It's like saying, I'm going to go to the shop today and I'm going to know exactly who's going to be there, where they're standing, what they're eating, what they're buying, what they're contemplating, what their last week was like, blah, 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 blah. Now, I think he gets a full head of himself because he thinks he can oversee, like with his Odin energy, different things and make things happen. He's got a full head of the past. The present is only saying to him, we need you to help there. It is not saying to you, rise up into some miraculous, amazing human being that knows the truth of everything and anything, and all will be your greatest achievement. He literally is bringing Odin to the forefront, thinking, I'm still on that journey of knowing all. No. You're on a journey with feet on the ground to go to that girl. You and her have a path now. She wasn't back there, Odin. You didn't come to catch up with someone from then. You came to love. Now fucking accept it's not your fucking past. You are making a skip, a jump into helping this planet. This is not self-satisfying, indulgent, self-created from past lifetimes into the present. This is shut the hell up. You've been doing that. We need you to do this. Go and find out. You're driving everyone fucking crazy. Go and be with a girl. And shut the hell up, and like any other mission, and like stepping out of the rain clouds into the sunshine, we will help light the path. Shut the hell up with your invisible crap. She has had enough. But he is still, with all meaning, with all truth, with all purpose, he is still a weak as piss, action-oriented, monkey fucking ass. Because whilst I've been saying that, he's made my foot even colder, pins and needles. It shouldn't have that. I'm just sitting fine. He focuses on how he can take advantage. Now, this kind of crap fucking energy has to go. This is like tuned into a radio station of utter fucking disempowered, apathetic crapola. Because it does this. With the micromanaging the whole time, 3 years, June 6. With the micromanaging the whole time, he's got in to the conscious mental energy, right? It's fucking pathetic. Don't think I'm talking it up. When a person says to themselves, because in their consciousness they know themselves, oh, I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to do this, 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 and this. You know, in tasks, in anything at all. So you know what you want. He knows what you want. He tries to work against what you want and ruin it every step of the way. And that's why I am so pissed. That it's a disempowered form of expression and no purpose. No purpose is when you know you can help something good happen, but you'll fuck about, hang about, disorientate the good, and try and drag it down. And this is part of the crapola Odin shit, because he has pierced me in the eye that many times, and he'll probably try now that I've said it, because he's so easily tricked, he's so easily influenced. Someone says something, Matias will be doing it. Because he really thinks he's following signs for himself, but he's doing it from a lower vibration. Because he acts from a lower vibration of trickery mastery, and wanting to be this I know everything God crap complex. Okay? Someone like, I don't care, human or etherically, needs to slap him in the head. Get fucking present. Leave the lifetimes alone. Get present. Like, present. Just get present. I'm not saying here, I'm not saying there, because he's tuned into a lower vibration that he fucking twists everything to be his Odin ghost. So when you say something like, I'll see you when you get here, Matias, he just goes, makes a fucking sound around the room to say, I'm already here. That's not the path. Land in the one fucking spot and live your fucking life. This apathetic to and fucking fro trying to master something of like a massive mastery of something you're not here to do. Ground. You're here as Matias DeStefano to meet Teresa. We're not in the fucking clouds. We're not on a search for truth. And if you are, it's me. I know it. Like, watch another video I've done. I can't remember which one. Oh. But moving forward in life, I'm not here to be a part of anything that isn't highly guided, and that is the resonance of truth. I can pick up when not so smothered in this kind of lifestyle, putting up with this passive crapola. Matthias, don't bother trying to spike my fucking finger. I gave you 2 fingers in 2023. This idiot thinks he actually has some kind of fucking, like, he actually thinks he's going to be taken seriously as a fucking human all the time. If you're not in one place as the truthful version of oneself in this moment in time, in that body, Mr. I Am Path, if you're not in that body, in that place, disattached, whatever the word, not attached to anything else, then you'll get present for what you're here for in the here and now. You need to bring yourself in, idiot. You're not out there back as Odin. You're not out there back as that woman in Egypt. You are here and now, and walking forward, you absorb all and more as who you are now. So make all your remembering as you're unfolding, walking forward. We are part of many fucking lives. We don't have to declare them, but we can mention them, but we don't have to say, I'm back because this is now my status. Do you know I was this? It's more, I am back. What am I here to do now? Not, how can I entertain the crowds? Make sure you know who I am. Because I want that status upliftment in every moment. And I do that, not egotistically, but fuck off. Anyone that walks this planet in, do you know who I am? And expects my energy or anyone else's energy to uphold an air. That our energy has to be given to uphold an air. All right? Calm that shit down. No fucking way. With more clarity, there will be no energy giving, air holding. There will be higher respect. Just respect. It goes like this. I really like the way that soul can do that. It's completely different to offering just some of your perspective to another being. It's completely different to go, everyone stop, don't breathe, make sure everything's perfect. They have to have all these things. Now everyone, make sure you give all the fucking air to it and don't breathe. Because if they look sideways at you and they're not pleased, you need to drop dead on the spot. Crap. No fucking thanks. Now, if you choose to be a part of that kind of thing, fine, so be it. There are people that walk the earth that their souls have like creative talents, creative abilities, but that's what we all are, okay? It doesn't mean that anyone should belittle themselves in any way, shape, or form, because a creative soul is coming, entering the room, will be there shortly, blah, blah, blah. Because what happens in that atmosphere? Someone else takes over all the space, and then what are the other souls left with? They need to be met at like the solar plexus so that their creativity can rise in other people's presence. Not, hang on, everybody wait. And so everyone waits. And the energy goes down because they think they're going to get fulfilled from what's entering. But really, it's presence of another energy and connection of inspiration of who you are, free to be, getting inspired by something. And that's all you say thanks for. And it doesn't need to be like a, It just needs to be, it will be natural. It will be in that person's light or in that person's presence. I realize I feel blah, blah, blah. It reminds me of Lee Harris and some testimonials of his where you can just feel that everyone is in a connected presence. Because this is the time where we're opening ourselves up as unique souls, all of us, just in the fact that we are love and there is higher love and we can have a better life on this planet. Not without its challenges, but not without its taking us down in the dark. And then you look outside and go, how did this happen? Well, it's this kind of airing thing where people give their power away to literally anything because the crowd is following it or because they think they'll get something. And then, you know, this is where all the breeding of all the sneaky exists. Because if one person thinks they're so special, then you must be so lucky to be in their company and you'll do anything for their company. And then the same breeding goes on with that person to that person and that person to that person and that person to that person. And this person is the one that's meant to have all the answers or is the perfect one or something like this. So I open the whole thing up in my presence. Like the air of us, the planet, what we're doing here. Open it up. So, you know, apathy is when one says, I can't do that. Because what will they think or what do they want me to do or what do they expect? Okay, you got to quit the they. But you also include the they, but it doesn't steer your life experience. There is they in your life that you know are nearly like they are one with you, because you've spent time together in soul awareness. So it's not even a thought. It's just like you turn to them and they'll literally know something and you'll receive your answer. If it's more like a power play motivation that says, will I be good enough if I do what they want? That's where you drain your power and you give all your air away to someone else. And they don't need it because they need to do their own thing. So this is the journey of this morning, because I'm sick to death of waking up to air. Now, obviously, I don't mean the beautiful massive that I'm aware of, you know, cosmos. And we are a universe. Just saying it is so freeing. To think we're just little people, and who we give our air to means we're better or something. Just keep a note of how much you might do that, because you need your energy to do the work. Knowingly inside of you, you are a soul just like them that has to bring yourself up. It is literally a rising of energy to bring yourself to the forefront of you driving, but not your ego. You driving is, I accept I am this light, this soul. I'm working with the whole. Guys, can we please warm up my toes? They are ridiculously a little cold. Can we please get Matias off his usual old routine of latching on around here? Yeah, Matias, you have to quit. You're playing small. You need to work with the universe and shut down your old. But he don't listen. He's tuned into such a crapola station that he just keeps going on it. It's like, this is your station. Massive. It's not me. You know? Me have to do this, me have to manifest. Some days it really has felt caveman. Just like I haven't evolved to having purpose as myself. Crap. It's just crap. Disempowered bullshit. Literally. If I'm in the air, I'll work everything out from here. Give me your air. You want my air. Like he says, you human want my air. I don't want no one's fucking air. No fucking way did I get born to now be 50 in February, 50 years old, and I want to spend my time knowing that I've got air attached that wants to tell me what to do every moment. But you can't tell him. He just keeps doing it. He won't detach. So when someone keeps doing that, you have to just be yourself. You have to keep going as yourself. And that's where I know I live nothing but forward momentum with inner connection of, because I've developed myself, developed it walking that route. not to want power from anything else. And that's pretty much the game of life. And I don't mean by any means like treat it disrespectfully, like it's just a game. I mean seriously. Watch your motivations, because you could get stuck in the energy of hidden reality, which is not healthy. So make your motivations of a, not make, choose, know better, choose better for yourself and all. It's higher, it's lighter. It's not impossible. It is there. It's available. As Matthias knows, there's all different frequencies available. It's what you choose. So if you choose hell, which is low vibrations, which is ignorance, like just don't give a shit, self-serving, I'll just get and take what I want. Yeah, well, normally that's not like, but this is the players. Normally it's not like, hi, how are you? And in the background, like, normally, most of the time, people are quite honest. In the moment, hi, how you going? Whatever. Because people know we're all doing this together. Why do things to each other that are not of a higher service? If I'm nice to that person, I'll have a nice feeling. I'll attract nice for myself. And that's a way of life. But when people have the, I don't think love is the right word, but when people have the hidden desire for power, and they won't tell you straight out, they'll be all nice to your face or whatever, but they have a hidden power and they'll do anything for it. And it's built on ego frequency crap. Because in this lifetime and any lifetime, you didn't come here for that. So they have a hidden power need that must be met. And it's like an addict. So be careful of that, because that you have to dissolve yourself. So you go to reach for that same power source and keep doing it. You have to dissolve it, because if you take a bigger look at your life, you're doing nothing of purpose. If you have a hidden power play that you want to maintain, and you call it whatever you want, and you're lying to the faces of people, and that means you're lying to yourself as well, because you are not here for that game. People can turn via different experiences in life and just believe it has to be hidden if I'm to have my way. Crap. That's not truth. You can make it look true, but all you're doing is reliving an experience saying, all of my life is like this, which is not true. It comes from a lot of things that are on various videos of mine, but it is not true that we are to hide and sneak to have what we want. Okay? And so there's all sorts of lower vibrational, damp crap, and one starts to identify with it, and it's simply illusion. You can believe whatever you want. You can think you need to fixate on something and that's what life is, and I'm just getting by with the high, blah, blah, blah. All right? Not that it's not real, but it is all illusion. You give your power to. So you have to dissolve, walk forward in life, not keep doing that. Walk forward in life, not keep doing that. And what happens when you walk forward? Okay? A little bit cleaner of the old. And you've done it yourself because you walk forward. No one's here to clean you up. By walking forward, you'll meet new people. There'll be cleaner vibrations. You won't have to sneak. You'll prove to yourself life gets better. Okay? So it's this hidden desire for power. You got to stop thinking that's what you're trying to manifest. All right? Because it's getting you nowhere, but in the same fucking mess. So this hidden power desire, hidden desire for power, versus, or truth of real life, the power of love opening up and opening up and opening up and opening up and opening up. But what do you have to do? You can't have both games, because this is crapola and the power of love is the truth of who we are. And watch other videos of mine because that's what I talk about. So you trust the power of love is actually who we are, and we have to drain our clouds of nonsense. We'll just take a few breaths. Thanks for listening. Don't want to stir up too much. But it's all honesty, clarity, and any emotional dissolve. Okay? Because we need to keep focused in clarity what we're here for, and we are the power of love. So what is that? That means walk forward as who you are, letting go of old. Manipulation, motivation, trying to take things from others, any secrecy, it's got to dissolve. You are a forward energy, momentum, higher spirit, in a body temporarily. You are love. You will find your way. There is enough love on this planet and plenty more light focus assisting this movement mentality, freshening of our power. I could say many things of what power is. It's our power of choice, our power of vibration, our power of the law of momentum. We don't go back, we only go forward. And when you keep slowing your shit down into crapola, then you won't feel one with the power of moving forward. Just the power of life's momentum is moving forward. Because imagine if we were all sitting around in crap vibrations, talking to ourselves like crap, believing our power is outside of us, we'd all be like apathetic dickheads. All right? But there is always the fact that we are love, so we keep going, but we just have to keep going in that direction. If you feel you're leaning towards or going back towards old, which brings crap relating, crap feelings, crap talk, I don't have the solutions, I don't know what's happening, all of that is part of the crap. So I'm going to post one of the very first quotes I put together that is just, I asked, what is the truth of my service to myself and offering in this world? And, you know, after some contemplation of that, I can't remember how long, but I played around in the field to bring, like, I sat with the field and the feelings of all of it that could come from my spiritual guidance and who I've been, who I want to be, like who I feel I am, who I want to support the parts of me, right? Anyway, so I'll post it later, and it is the statement, abrupt as it is. Every day, we need to know and let go the crap we hold on to. Let go of the crap that holds us back. Okay, because no one's perfect. And that is the forward momentum clarity of us alive in the power of love every moment. So if you think that you're just going to hold on to some crappy grudge and it's not going to affect you, but it's going to affect the person you've got a grudge with, you're wrong. Because you're the power of love, and if you go against it in any sort of judgmental, permanent state, you can call that your energy. So that don't serve our energy field, people. So you're going to want to look at your choices in each moment and make sure you're not living in states that hold on to such beliefs of crap, right? Because I truly believe that we're doing that because we haven't empowered more of ourselves. Move towards love. Don't move towards that. Move towards love for yourself and others. Don't start thinking that. But instead of that, people say, well, life is like this for me. I'm going to move towards that. I'm going to judge others too. I've been judged. So you can see the different routes. You can go off and around and around and around and around, repeating that it's okay to feel like crap. Because no one that walks around in judgment of others feels great. It's all an egotistical front. But if you walk forward in noticing, I can't start thinking that too much because I'm going to live it. And so you refocus. And this is the mastering. Every day, let go of some of the crap. So it is an energetic, esoteric movement of your energy. That's what moving forward is. I won't take that on. And that can go right down into your gentle micro, into the things that you truly believe are you and you need to hold on to, but they don't feel good. And so when you know you're working with your own energy field and what you're carrying around every day, breathe in, become one with the beautiful energy of the planet that you are. You are one with the planet of beautiful energy. And she will take the old from your plant, from you, from your living, breathing, moving, circulating energy on this planet. So you clean and clear mentally, emotionally. I don't want to take this with me. The more focus you give these horrible things or heavy or patterns you know can't go forward because you know they don't serve you or anyone else involved, don't keep thinking about them because you'll keep cycling through them. You don't have the fix for everything. You're not here to fix everything. And that in itself can become an addiction. Because we want to be. This is how I'm perfect. Or any added story. Yet again, that story is the crap that holds you back. You see how we're layering because we've been here a while. And so you need to do this every day. Once you've brought a little bit of consciousness to you and you breathe out what you don't want to take, it's a surrender through the whole being and out the feet. And you keep moving through life more consciously. You don't keep repeating. Then you realize also, and you study or research gently in the field of life, anyone you connect with, so that you can connect up this loving forward momentum of life's challenge we get through consciously moving forward. So that you are raising your vibration and moving forward. Things dissipate easier. The soul is more alive in you. We are not here to deal with mind emotion games as though that's who we are. We have these tools, so as we move forward, we're aware of what we think of higher or lower. Don't let lower convince you. It's a way of life. Master your tool of mind. Master what your emotions get like triggered or an impulse on. You have to keep that in check. There's various people to assist with this. So if I'm feeling this, I go into, asking myself some questions. Not being a hard solver. This is how I create. It's perhaps I'm overdoing this emotion. Perhaps this emotion is just telling me I really want to do something else. Because emotions are like signposts. You don't want to follow the same signpost the whole freaking time. You want to have turns away from it. Thank you for the message. Thank you for the sign that I don't want to be there, or I don't like the feeling I get with that person, or I don't like how that makes me feel. So you understand the message and you move towards love for self, love for your life, and you deal with things with more clarity. We do, like plants, have to let go of the crap that holds us back. And there's going to be more and more understanding, and I think with the more and more embracing of, to get us out of these old vibrations, we need some embracing of sound, and also in time some understanding of light frequency assistance on how the sensations affect our shifts as well of light, of how color light makes us feel. But we'll get to that later. But right now we have the evolution that's come more to the forefront with crystal bowl sounds, the different chakras, the different tones. Now, if you did a little look on any social media really, any social media. But YouTube is where you can listen to it more. Just take a look at how it affects our field. So people are having great results with resigning to some relaxation, and the effect that you need to try out various ones. You don't just try out one person or one segment to give it a go, to see how this sound frequency assists the being. It's the same kind of thing as you trying to breathe. Take a little look at frequencies you don't want, things you know you would like to shift. Well, that's what the crystal bowls can help with as well. Okay? Make things shift easier. And like when you come out of meditation or yoga for however long, 10 minutes or an hour, you will feel different because you took the time for a flow of a well-being frequency. I'm doing this for myself, but as I do it, the breath, the flow, the movement, the discipline of holding a yoga pose, or just the unspoken discipline of taking time out to be with your energy, to let things go, you start to realize and teach yourself that some things are just not worth or worthy of being in your energy. So in slowing that down, you realize just how much your energy picks up on, and it's not worth you like using your mind and emotions to latch on. And people call that existence, the latching on. Oh, well, if it's in my space, then it must be for me. No. Discernment. Discernment is clarity of waking up to we are not too attached to everything. Otherwise, you'll carry it. You'll contemplate it. You'll think you own it. You'll think it is you. There is so much going on in the soup of life, we can't do that. And then when you are clearer and cleaner on this, because you need to go then from the inside out to get more of an understanding of what it is your soul wants to pick up on. It's energy. So what am I here for this in this lifetime becomes more of a inner knowing directive. Felt. It's like a yes, or it's like a okay, so that it's an unspoken language with your soul and your human that yes, or it's a lower, we don't need that. So nothing happens up top. It's just like nothing is happening. But if it is for you, your soul at like your chest, throat expression, and your gut, these three especially, they'll talk to you. Your energy, your soul will talk to the human. But it can't get to that stage if we don't take time in the silent discipline of giving it time. The commitment, really. Because it's not a headstrong discipline. There's this other part of myself that I need to live. I can't just keep absorbing everything and think that my mind has to run on overtime and this is how I live. These are our tools. Our mind needs to be kept clear. Our emotions need to be kept available, not busy fixing or overdoing. That's not life. That's an unhealthy root system for ourselves. It just is. It's not to be blamed. It's not anything. It just is. If we're trying to sort out there more than a beautifying of your internal landscape so that you can hear better and be of more service, then this is what we need to do more of. The coming home and acknowledging, not through like strong cognitive work, acknowledging. So some soothing crystal bowls, some meditation guided, any kind of natural therapies that assist the balance of the emotions, flower essences, homeopathics, herbal remedies, naturopath, Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, anything that assists you just letting go so that you can have more clarity in your field, and then it becomes just more of a soul yes, no, or a just stay with this for a bit. So it can just be just like a neutral feeling, like it doesn't matter, like no, this definitely isn't for you, or yes, this definitely is. You should act on this. It can just be you're experiencing something, let it happen, and when something speaks, you'll know. You don't always have to be asking the question, because the question is, you're here living it. What is life? What's happening next? The unknown. I'd really like to go and heat up this drink. And so I'll just check in if I have finished. Whether it's said or not, I fully appreciate through my being able to just be myself. It's not whether anyone else accepts that or not. I just live in a state of, I'm happy that I just do that. Because that detaches any disempowering thought processes that who I am depends on the way the world sees or judges or wants me to be. So it is a state of appreciation, because you don't want to just say to the world, here I am. You know, it's not egotistical. So it's appreciation of the whole lot. So thanks for listening. And I want the best for all as well. So whatever journey you're going through, I hope that there is more soul to come out, like you're on the journey of wanting that. And you won't let anything drag your human down and around. You'll learn what it means to become whole with your soul and support that. Because it's not a seen realm. And that's how life is going to shift. What we see is going to shift when we become whole with our souls, like our educated, expansive awareness. So that's why I love to share what I'm here for, and want that for everybody, because selfishly of my soul, that's what it's here for. And I love witnessing that in everybody, and happy to commend it when I see it, because not only is that a great ripple through someone's field, you know, it can be a small ripple or a large ripple, but it seems like a very rare commodity, which is powerful. When you offer the flow of a loving comment to someone from their authenticity, that just emanates tenfold and beyond. There is no limit to that. And that's the truth of who we are. When someone feels good about themselves, that blows out of the water what they thought of themselves. And they don't even know how much they just expanded, but they're going to want to know. And that's the energetic journey. That's why some good meditations to do, if you haven't heard me say it before, is with Abraham Hicks, which is Esther Hicks channels Abraham, which is a higher collective. So she channels them. They're on YouTube. Great truths to listen to assist clarity of our beings in this whole life planetary shift. Matthias is getting in the way. See, this is what he does. When he knows I'm leading up to something, he'll try and muck around in the mental headspace of squashing it in. So then I will then have to sit and think, because he knows I love Abraham Hicks. I'll slow down that thought process of where she's getting to. It's just idiotic. It's like of no purpose assistance whatsoever. And this is what I'm talking about. This bloke always goes in the opposite direction to the ease and flow of life. Like, who in their right mind wants to do that shit? But he gets some kind of kick out of it. Like, he's so used to it. It's fucking annoying. Like, I literally feel it. I know his presence is right here. It's cold and wanting and this and that. When the dumb fucking idiot should show up in a physical form and get the fuck on with living. He thinks it's funny to play around in crap. We are here for a consciousness shift, Matthias. Give a fucking hand and stop show ponying your pity for yourself. Life is not the past. Life is now. And right now, I want the clarity of my being to say, be, speak, and do whatever I want. And you, idiot, grow up. Stop living in the old and get present. It annoys me because I lead into something that has purpose. And this idiot goes, I don't fucking care about purpose. I like it when you don't remember. The radio station of that, the tuning in frequency of that, I don't want in my existence. That's why the old has to be tuned down and the new we are in. So Abraham Hicks says much, and I'll just go with whatever comes to me about them, because listen to their meditations, because there was something in there about what I was just saying that assists people when they sit through these meditations. And some of it will kind of blow your mental framework, because they are speaking truths to us that we haven't been able to allow in yet. Okay, there's various things, like, I think this was the one I was hitting. You in alignment, so alignment is you're not down in blocks and you don't think life is just this way. You are aligned to the fact that you're aware that you're a spirit. You receive intuitive guidance all the time. And you decide you're going to learn how your spirit and soul, picks up on and knows, like what it needs to know, okay? You kind of just acknowledge that and you're on the journey of that. That's the journey of aligning heaven and earth, heart and soul. heaven and earth, right? You are this on earth. So you align to pick up with higher frequencies rather than live the lower that we've known, because we're in a constant momentum forward. We're not to keep repeating what we don't really want. And we're here for change, and change is possible with this understanding. So you're in this forward momentum. And so Abraham reminds you in one of there's 4 15-minute meditations in getting into the vortex to assist different areas of our life. Relationships, just a usual general everyday kind of meditation. They're 15 minutes each. A financial understanding one, it gives you a different, higher understanding of abundance flows through you. It's not lower vibrationally earned. It's more higher vibration acceptance. You're a universal being, and when you align to the true nature of yourself, you are aligning to the universal resources, and you attract. Okay, so it's a completely different way to being just a human in the same. And there's one more: relationships, general, finances. I don't know, I might go back and have a look at the 4th one, and maybe that's something you can do. Maybe that's why I'm not remembering it. So it's a prompt. You can go and have a look at that if you're looking for any kind of... They recommend 15 minutes a day is enough, but I used to enjoy, and if you're a person that's got a lot going on in your mind and you really want to ground clarity more than keep taking in, you want to ground and expand who you really are, because you're always being called forward, and we do have paths planned, so you want to be in alignment with picking up on this guidance. So it's a clearing space. So I would sometimes sit for up to an hour with the 4 of them. But they do recommend that, you only really need in life just like a 15-minute of completely letting go. But I mean, up to an hour is fine if you know you need more sitting, away from the world, allowing flow, etc. So once you're in this path, right, you are more energetically, your energy is more powerful in the field, in this connection, in the field now, the true connection of the power of our love, than someone who's not in alignment and is consistently whinging, bitching, wants life to be different, blah, blah, blah. So remembering we're vibrational, so you can see how working towards alignment of the whole of us is different, completely vibrational, and we attract more higher vibrational awareness, assistance, people at these vibrations. Life gets better. You can see this flow. You've forgotten about other stuff in time that you would normally attach to, get used to, call life. It's vibrational. You don't need to give your attention to so much stuff. Some of it has answers as you ask and hold the space open. So I'll leave it there, because that's an hour and a half, and I think you've known enough about what I am going through. And this morning. And I'm going to heat up the rest of my coffee. All right. Gracias and gratefulness. And I've said gracias long before Matias because I like the Spanish language. So just letting him know it's who I am. It's not a show for anything in particular. God bless. And I know we're all doing our best. Bye for now, everyone.